waiting as the #1 seed Albany Great Danes get set to battle the #2 seed Vermont Catamounts. These two teams split their regular
matchup right here to be on the lookout for. Both players unique in their own ways, but the thing they have in common, they are the centerpiece of their teams on both ends of the floor. Defensively, they anchor their teams, they protect the rim, and then on offense, the offense flows through them both. So it'll be interesting to see who will take who out and how it'll disrupt the flow of their teams.
Head coach for the Catamounts, Lisa Kresge, year number 7. And it's been her program that has eliminated Albany in each of the last 2 years. And that means revenge on the mind of the Great Danes. Colleen Mullen, also year number 7, the America East Coach of the Year. And she's ready to lead her program back to the NCAA tournament. Two teams, two programs, Asia, that are very familiar with each other, not only this year, but in previous campaigns and postseason play.
I mean, really rivalries at this point, but as a player to have that chip on your shoulder, it's going to be some spiciness. We talked about how gritty this game is going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially when you put the history in context.
Albany in the home whites, Vermont in the road blacks, and we are just about set, ready to go at Broadview Center. Chance to go to the NCAA tournament. The Catamounts trying to win their second championship in the last 3 years. Albany trying to make it back to the dance for the first time since 2022. Underway in Albany, the opening tip controlled by the Catamounts, and here comes Gilwey. Two teams split the regular season meetings, each program winning on its home court. Great Danes did not lose a home contest this year. Inside, and Prietti goes to work in the early bucket.
And I love Coach want to test Prietti a lot. She goes down for a second, but cut right back up. I like that. Get back up on defense, girl. But I love, though, going into her early. She has the size advantage. She has the skill, and she's been outstanding as of late.
First touch for Kayla Cooper, America East Player of the Year. Lily Phillips with the left hand.
And this is exactly what Albany wants to see early. All the focus is going to be in on Cooper, who will step up and make the next shot.
Catamount starting 5, led by Anna Olson, the graduate student, Gilwey Erickson, Prietti, who had the early bucket, and Bellavito, the defensive player of the year in the America East this season. Vito with a touch, she'll send it inside. 5 on the timer. And off glass, no good for Anna Olson.
That's the matchup that we were waiting to see. Cooper, the player of the year, she gets it done on both ends of the floor. Her defense, outstanding.
Quick first step for Cooper. She'll get it back. Picked up by Olson. Worth the price of admission here. Olson got the better end that time.
And I like that Vermont has them matched up because Olson has that height advantage. That length is going to be absolutely disruptive.
Off the bounce and a foul. Tomasetti picks up her first team foul. What is it like facing a team for a third time? You've seen them both. Obviously, they saw each other rather 2 times in the regular season, split that season series, but now you get them in postseason play, and I feel like they both know each other's tendencies.
Oh yeah, you know each other's tendencies absolutely well, and that's why there's no excuses, especially when it comes to the coaches. But it's a lot of fun. You want that third time's the charm to work out on your side, so it's just an extra chip, an extra boost for each team.
Freshman Hill with the steal. You take a look at the Albany starting 5. Delaney Hill, the lone first-year player amongst the starting 5 for graduate students. And the pass from Cooper bounces out of bounds. That's her bad, she said. Albany back to work on defense. Tied at 2, 2 minutes in. Sarah Erickson walking across half court. And poked out of bounds. Lily Phillips, twin sister Sophie's in the house tonight. And the Catamounts started 5-9 in non-conference play this year. It was an interesting journey from the Great Alaska Shootout to the Cancun Challenge. Vito, the defensive player of the year. Olson, the leading scorer again. And the 3-ball by Gilwey off the mark.
I mean, it's already looking gritty early on, and what we've really seen so far, both teams, is just how stout they are on the defensive end.
Vito picks up her first. A little confusion on the foul call originally. Veteran officiating crew, Mark Resch, Sarah Williams, Corey Chambers, and one more look.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that one.
Yeah, Hill fell down.
Yeah, you got to let her. Yeah, she fell down in her space as she was in the air. I guess maybe they thought she might have pushed her.
Great Danes get it back. Tomasetti from downtown. And the Great Danes have their first advantage. Where every possession so critical in a game. It's probably not going to see a high score to the winner. I mean, these two teams played 2 years ago in Burlington, and it was a 38-36 slugfest. Gilwey from distance, and we're tied.
I think they're trying to channel in a shootout or something.
Fast start offensively.
But you're right, because the defense is really where they take pride on both sides. They have to be able to capitalize on every opportunity possible offensively.
Casey Donovan with a mid-range no. Cooper tracks down the board. Now it's Phillips. The left hand up and in with a bounce.
Love the take by Phillips. If someone doesn't cut you off, you rip right across the lane, and that was a strong take.
Two-point lead for the #1 seed Great Danes, playing in front of the home crowd. A great atmosphere throughout this playoff run. If you're going to win the America East, it's 3 victories in 8 days to do it. Vito will feed Olsen. Elbow jumper. Vito on the offensive glass. Off the pump fake in the finish. And a chance for 3.
I mean, this is the Defensive Player of the Year from Vermont, and she does everything, not just the defense, but the offense as well. Look how she just shoots up out of nowhere, gets on the glass, and a tremendous finish. The icing on the cake.
Well, her passion for defense really stands out, obviously. We talked to Elisa Kresge about what Bellavito brings to the table this year as Hill takes a seat. And she said it's her desire for the game. She's never tired, and when you push her, she'll find that extra gear no matter what the moment is.
I mean, you can see it already. She's literally been involved in every single play. She's all over the floor. You can tell she's a workhorse and just has that motor. I mean, look at the way she's getting through the ball screens.
Correa's no, and the rebound by Olsen. Here come the Catamounts. And the traveling violation on Gilwey. A rare turnover. Great Danes will get it back, trailing by 1, nearly halfway through our first quarter. Tomasetti bottled up. Casey Donovan a touch. Baseline for Phillips, throws it up and down.
Love the way these players outside of Cooper, because Cooper's not receiving a lot of touches, but you still see movement and flow in the offense, especially with Phillips stepping up.
Hansen. And now inside to Prietti, her second bucket. She's got 4. Vermont back in front.
I'm just absolutely capitalizing on Prietti and her size advantage, and she's so smooth and agile in the post.
Fun start here in Albany. Newly renovated Broadview Center. Reopened 2 years ago after a $12 million renovation. And it is near capacity on this Friday afternoon with a chance to go to the dance. Cooper from the elbow. Great look inside on the cut. And the finish Boreas has her first basket. Albany back in front. Outside of Vito. Too strong. Here comes Tomasetti. 3-on-4 the other way. Mid-range is there for Cooper.
And that's the luxury of having her as a versatile player. She can play inside and out, and that's a good look for her, especially as they're clogging the paint, is for her to make those outside shots.
Hot shooting start for both sides. Both programs over 50% to begin for two defensive-minded teams. And the lead is 3 for the Great Danes. Under 3 minutes ago, still awaiting the under 5 media timeout in our first quarter. Fast flow thus far. Hansen the spin and the finish. So Kiera Hansen in traffic. Back to a 1-point game. Great Danes have made 4 of their last 5. Tomasetti off the mark from distance. Preti the rebound. She's been active to start. Another touch for Olsen against Cooper. On the low block. Fun battle so far between those two. Tomasetti. 2-point blank opportunities. The second one fading away. And here come the Catamounts again. Off the drive, wide open, Preti. She's got 6. Vermont back in front.
Yeah, that's just a miscue there. Albany's got to get back. You already see a lot of gas running out of the tank on both teams, but credit, it has been back and forth. The pace has been a lot of fun.
Great pace. Great offensive basketball to start. This game may be attempting some sort of record to make the entire first quarter go down without a single timeout.
That part.
Off the steal and a foul, and that brings us to the under 5 pause. And a 1-point game with Vermont having the advantage.
I mean, the momentum is just all going Vermont's way, and that is just a
year for Albany. Great Danes have won 7 in a row, the regular season champions, and led by the great Kayla Cooper.
And did we also mention they have not lost a game at home, so
undefeated.
They hold it down here. Something else that they come in with a chip on their shoulder, the way they hold it down, the crowd all out here to play. But Vermont, they got some fans too. They drove down for that one.
Two schools separated by about 150 miles, a little bit less than 3 hours via the highway or interstate, if you will. I do like the America East logo because it has the interstate logo right behind the words America East with a single star. It's very well done.
Very well done.
And an offensive foul. Gilwey thought she was free for the jumper. And the foul was called on Catherine Gilwey.
Let's have another look at it here. Well, yeah, there was a reason why she was free for the jumper. She had that push off beforehand.
Right against Boreas on the dribble drive. And Elisa Kresge pleading her case to no avail. We had a fun conversation with her yesterday getting ready for this game. They had already made the trek down to Albany to prepare for the America East title. No stranger to success in her 7th season up in Burlington. Baseline, it's Hill. 9 on the timer, under a minute to go in a fast-moving first quarter. Here's Tomasetti. Gotta go. Desperation heave. Nearly banked it in. And a scrum. Both teams on the floor. They'll Cal eventually grab possession of it. But a jump ball, the arrow pointing in favor of the Great Danes.
You just got to credit the grittiness, the toughness, the scramble, because that was a great defensive possession by Vermont. But this is how you get on the floor, battle it out. Both these teams want to punch that ticket, and this is how you do it. You got to win those 50-50 balls. We're going to see this all game.
It's one thing Colleen Mullen talked about this past week. the details, being grateful to be in this position. The small things in a championship game will decide the outcome, like a steal by Prietti. What a first quarter she's had.
Yeah, Prietti getting it done on both ends of the floor, and that length, the versatility. That's why Vermont is so good, because each player is versatile and disruptive on both ends of the floor.
Final possession of the quarter. Time winding down. Vito, no. And the Catamounts with a 1-point lead 10 minutes in. Nicole. Yeah, the same exact for the women's side that we are seeing for the men's. They care about their basketball in this league. Outside of Vito, Vermont. Off the back iron, Prieta. Too strong. Her third rebound, 6 early points. And inside, that shot was rejected. Hansen thought she had a path. Here come the Great Danes. Yeah, good contingent, a healthy contingent. Catamount fans made the trek down from Burlington. A little under 3 hours. Cooper outside to Phillips. No swinging around. That's another three. Casey Donovan.
Albany really capitalizing on playing through Cooper, and the ball movement was just outstanding.
A crisp offensive start, really, for both sides. Both teams rank in the top 10 defensively. And points given up per game.
And Donovan's another one who is an elite offensive player. She really can put it up in there when you talk about point production as well. So that's a player that Albany's going to really look to outside of Cooper.
Hansen high off the glass. High degree of difficulty right in front of the rim. Tied at 16. Crowd has been engaged from the jump. Cooper on Olsen. Those two have traded early baskets. Tomasetti, 2 to shoot. And the defense for Vermont has been tenacious.
But the offense better? That's been the story of the game. Great defense, but better offense. Now, I will say with Tomasetti, she needed to be ready for that first three, because when the player's doubling in, Cooper's doing a great job of kicking it out and getting those looks, but hey, I'll take the bank.
Asia, they will review that at the next time out.
It's clean.
I see that look. I thought it was close. How about the reverse? Acrobatic finish for Kiera Hansen. 19 to 18. Catamounts with 12 in the paint so far. Doubling up Albany. Feed it inside. Herter. Called for the foul. The offensive foul. No basket.
Have another look. I do like this feed, though, outside of Cooper being in the paint, because they're not going to look to double, but it's a little too strong from Herter.
Herter goes back to the bench for head coach Colleen Mullen. Pair of seventh-year head coaches leading these programs here in the America East Championship game. Men's title game tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's what March is all about, breakfast and basketball. That's really all we know this time of year.
My two favorite things.
And a huge day of hoops tomorrow across all the ESPN networks. Breakfast and basketball are your two favorites.
Breakfast and, well, I'm more brunch, but like, we'll take it. Breakfast,
I understand
brunch,
the concept.
Basketball. Yeah, I gotta have the sweet and savory mix, but then you throw the basketball in there, oh my gosh, you got a perfect day.
Absolutely. Back and forth affair to begin between these two America East rivals. Hansen, offensive foul. Well, she lowered the shoulder, the contact was there, and an easy call for this veteran officiating crew.
I mean, a lot of those calls have been made so far, and as you said, a veteran officiating crew. I mean, it's very apparent, it's very obvious here. So both teams got to really be on the lookout for that, but listen, they're playing hard. They want to get this win. They're grinding. They're playing gritty. It's my type of game.
Kayla Cooper, that was her kind of play as the MVP of the America East this year. You're all about the grit.
All about the grit. I'm looking at her face, too. She's so unfazed. She's going to keep going out there playing hard.
I worked with Christy Winter-Scott earlier this week. And
oh, yeah, she's another one.
Commit to the grit. I learned that phrase.
We both went to Maryland.
That's right.
We played that gritty ball.
Kayla Cooper inside. Gilwee defended by Boreas. And now it's Hansen. She started to assert herself more in these last 3 minutes. Brianna back to the basket. Too strong. Delaney Hill moves it up the floor. And now the freshman to Cooper. Backdoor cut. Tomasetti. Oh, that was brilliant.
Great. I mean, how about getting that on the Defensive Player of the Year as well? But granted, that's what comes with the territory. She plays hard. That's just a great read. They overplay you. You make that backdoor cut.
5 minutes and change remaining in our first half. And it has moved quickly. And a foul on the drive by Olsen. And Anna Olsen, graduate student, started every game this year, set to shoot 2.
This is such a good pass here. It's how you capitalize on the backdoor cut when the defense is overplaying on the perimeter. I mean, what doesn't she do? She could score the ball, she plays defense, she rebounds. She's been an excellent passer thus far in this game.
Olsen at the line, 70% on this season. First team All-America East, the heart and soul of this program for Lisa Kresge. Think back to previous great Catamount teams. Emma Utterback leading the charge for a number of campaigns. Olsen finally cracks the scoring column.
And you really have to credit Albany in the defense, especially Cooper, for that, because she's been getting limited looks when she has been getting the ball. They've been making her shot very difficult. Also, the guards on the perimeter are just making it difficult for that pass to go in as well. So great defense all around for Albany.
Donovan could not get the bounce on the rebound, ripped away by Malia Lenz. So Lenz checks in for the first time and makes her presence known. Off the hesitation. Layup is good. So Sarah Erickson, a crafty finish.
Erickson is so shifty, so quick, so crafty, as you said, and that was just a clear mismatch there. So I love how she used the speed, the shiftiness to get to the rim.
Tomasetti lost it off the bounce. It goes back to Vermont when we come back. And that makes it a 22-20 affair. And I noticed you were asking one of our officials about the score, because as we went to break, it was 23-22. Albany leading Vermont.
They count as a 3. They count as a 3 originally. That's what she said. So that's why when they took it off, they took off all 3 points.
Got you. So 22-20. There was a lot happening there.
So bad.
Right, yes.
That was obvious, though. It was after.
It was a bang-bang play.
She should have shot the first one. That's why she should have shot the first 3.
4 minutes remaining here in the America East Championship. Tomasetti to Cooper. Great Danes now trailing by 2. And Tomasetti, another shot clock violation. Well, they're going to say traveling before the expiration of the timer. It was fail Cal. And it shuffled the feet. Albany did not lose a game in this arena this season. Undefeated, including a victory against the Catamounts back on January 2nd. 64-55. Both games decided by exactly 9 points. And then Vermont returned the favor in early February, 59-50. Gilwee off the mark. Tracked down by Cooper.
Both teams really doing a tremendous job on the ball screen defense. So for them, the key offensively, they've got to keep whipping that ball around and keep the defense guessing.
Tried to spot Tomasetti on the cut baseline, and the pass was picked off. Prieta with Cooper. And Cooper, outstanding defense. Vermont gets the rebound. Hansen off the back iron. And poked over to Tomasetti. She's going to be bumped by Sarah Erickson. Third team foul against the Catamounts.
Off the rebound, Erickson tried to go in and hustle and get in. They're going to call her. She had full possession of the ball, Tomasetti, so they're going to call her because she wrapped around and got her on the arm as Tomasetti snatched it away. That's great hustle.
Lisa Kresge told us yesterday, the second meeting between these two teams, she thought Vermont did a much better job disrupting the rhythm of Albany. Great Danes shooting at a nice clip, but that flow, I don't know that has been there the way that Albany is used to until now. And then Kayla Cooper happens.
I mean, indeed, this is what they're used to. Their best player working out. Look how agile it is. That was on two players, not one, but two. And you got to credit her patience, her poise, her leadership out there, because she's getting it done just about everywhere, but her looks being limited. The team is Vermont's keying in on her, but she's still staying steady and poised offensively.
Cooper has 7, and already 6 ties in this first half between these two teams. America East Player of the Year, Kayla Cooper. She said this week, our sense of urgency at an all-time high leading into this tournament. She has played like it. Shot clock at 10. Prieta inside and a chance for 3.
Prieta's really had an outstanding half. I mean, with all the focus being on Olsen in that high-low action, she just sneaks right in there. No one's got her. There was a miscue on the bottom there defensively for Albany, and they just took complete advantage. But, I mean, Prieta, outstanding so far.
8 points. Missed the free throw. Tomasetti a rebound. Catamounts back in front, 24-23. And now Vermont will show, appears to be a matchup zone. Now switching out of the man-to-man, and a steal. Gilwee to Prieta. Defended by Donovan this go-around. An open 3. Hill connects. Delaney Hill from downtown.
It's a nice shuffle pass to the three-point basket. She was trailing, left her wide open there.
Only 3.5 points per season, or per game rather, this season for Delaney Hill. Just a 25% three-point shooter. A lot of confidence on that last stroke. Inside of Vito. She'll get it back. Poked away. Prieta fell down, and there was contact in that process.
Delaney Hill, the outstanding freshman, coming in for the trail 3, and that is just such a great look. There's so much upside for her for what she brings to this program, and I do want to credit her prior to this foul here, but on the defensive possession, the way she walled up, got on the glass. I mean, she's so poised as a freshman, got a lot of experience, so we really can't call her a freshman with the minutes that she's played, but her upside and what she will be for the future of Albany, I mean, I'm excited for it.
Prieta with 9, 1 of 2 at the line. Now 2 of 3. At what point is the threshold crossed as a first-year player when you no longer think of that first-year player as a freshman?
I forget I got an exact number from Mike Neighbors at Arkansas. You know, he's a big-time numbers guy, and I forgot what it was specifically. But I think if you're a starter, even if you're coming off the bench and you're playing more than 15 minutes a game consistently throughout the season, I think that's more than enough.
Nearly a three-point play for Hill. Well, she saw that shot go in moments ago, and you can feel her confidence for the #1 seed Great Danes. Oh, don't forget the T. Rowe Price ACC Men's Tournament headed your way later tonight. Duke and North Carolina. Blue Devils without Cooper Flagg. A big game for the Tar Heels NCAA Tournament hopes. A quad 1 opportunity. Louisville and Clemson, the nightcap in the 2 versus the 3. That game at 9:30 Eastern over on ESPN.
Yeah,
One more for Hill.
That was scary when Cooper Flagg went down, but it was great to see him come back to the bench, but I'm sure his minutes will be managed.
Yeah, Flagg not expected to play tonight. John Shire indicated would be a long shot to get him back for this game, but Star's rival, it could be last time he faces potentially North Carolina. We shall see. Another reason to tune in. Shot clock is off. The lead is 2. And Albany trying to protect its home court again here at Broadview. Catamounts just 1 for their last 7. Gilwey, and a foul was called. Well, the whistle came in late on Lily Phillips. And that's going to put Gilwey at the line.
Nothing like a late whistle, but I have another look at it. Hard to tell from this angle, but I'm thinking maybe she got her on the arm on the way up. And I'm saying that just from the swipe down. Ooh. Looked like it might have been a graze.
Gilwey 56% at the line, makes the first. A lot of close calls in this half. Lily Phillips, her twin sister Sophie, we mentioned. We met her pregame. They are identical.
Yeah, I was very confused.
She also plays college hoops. First half that has seen 9 ties. And guess what? We end the half exactly how we started. Tied. Great Danes on their home court. Albany did not lose a home game this year. Trying to make it back to the dance for the first time in 3 years. 2 rivals in the America East. Kickstart your weekend. College basketball. Delaney Hill gonna launch. In and out. Made a 3 in the first half. That did all but go down to begin our second. And tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cats. Tell me about nerves in a moment like this. America East is a 1-bid league. Now the loser of this game will have a chance still to play in the WNIT, WBIT. We'll see what happens there. But you want to go to the NCAA tournament. In terms of nervousness, what are these players feeling right now to start the third quarter?
I think naturally in the beginning you feel more of those nerves. And I feel like that'd be anybody in the championship game, but especially when you have something like that on the line. But now, you know, you go into the locker room, you drink your juice, you listen to coach, you talk about things. And I think now it's like the mindset's different. They're both on a mission to come out and have a better second half.
Bellavito on a mission, the defensive player of the year with some offense. And the first points of our third quarter go to the Cats. "13 ties, 9 lead changes between Vermont and Albany. Here's Phillips, left side of the lane. Casey Donovan. And another shot clock violation. We have seen that on both sides. And, you know, this is something that Elisa Kresge talked about with us yesterday. You know, sometimes when we have the ball, we can be too unselfish and we don't get a shot off because we're just simply trying to share it. We've seen it at times for Albany today as well.
Absolutely. You want to get the best look, the first best look you can possibly get. And as you said, a lot of shots being passed up. And you can't pass up shots when you have two great defensive teams because you're not going to get another opportunity.
Erickson off the mark and the putback. 32-28. The largest lead of the game, and it's Anna Olsen that gets the job done for the Cats. Cooper, the crossover, that was quick, and the finish. How about the delivery there in traffic with Olsen tailing?
A tremendous move. She was poised, patient, probing, looking for that pass. Everybody's eyes were on the cutter, and she just went and ripped to the rim.
The 3 Ps right there. I think you just patented that, if you will. Lead back to 2. Olsen held in check so far. Leading scorer for the Cats this year. A block and a foul. The whistle. And the infraction against Albany.
I mean, look at Cooper, excuse me, poised. Doesn't get the pass there, rips to the basket. Completely just gets Olsen off balance, and that one hitch of her getting up, raising up out of her defensive stands, and boom, it's a blow by.
Second foul on Cooper. Olsen at the line.
I mean, if you really lock into that matchup between them two in the post, it has been fun. It has been very physical the entire match so far.
Elisa Kresge told us Anna Olsen, the most consistent person I've ever known. Not just talking about a player. She said her consistency, showing up for work, practice, games, film study, it's always been there, and it's never wavered. UVM by 3. Vito, a steal. Stolen back by Tomasetti. Jessica Tomasetti, Maryland native. Now it's Cooper. And Phillips. There was contact on the perimeter. And Gilwey picks up the foul.
Well, it started with Prieta there. She picked at it, but didn't even notice when she was recovering. Then another steal here. I mean, the back and forth action, the hustle, the defense both ways.
Did you get nervous in postseason games?
No, we were excited. It was exciting. Especially my freshman year, the run to the Final Four. I was honestly in La La Land. There was like no room for nerves. I was a kid in a candy store.
Of course, playing for head coach Brenda Freese and Maryland Tomasetti. Well, a creative finish in traffic. Jessica Tomasetti. The lead back to 1. Great environment. Energy in the arena has been tremendous here at Broadview Center. Newly renovated. Prieta with the bounce off the right side of the rim, and it fell.
They've got to keep going to Prieta. I mean, it's a mismatch there with her height. They're not coming in to help and double on her, so that's every time.
At 6 feet 2 inches tall, Riga Latvia. Nicola Prieta, true difference maker in this championship tilt. Cooper maintained possession. Now it's Phillips. Stripped, stolen away by Vito. Well, that's what she does.
Defensive player of the year. She's got her hands everywhere. She's extremely active. There's not a single possession where she's not moving, especially on the defensive end.
3-point game. Anna Olsen. Gilwey coming off a season high 16 in the semis. Effective again today. Olsen against Cooper. Anna Olsen. And a 5-point advantage, the largest of this championship.
We're really going to see Olsen come alive in this second half. Maximizing their possessions. That's why they have the lead.
With possession. And now Gilwey will slow things down. A 5-point lead in a game like this feels more like a 10-point lead. Sitting courtside. Points are at a premium for two of the best defensive teams in the land. Back iron for Olsen. It'll be tracked down by Falcao. And a good save for Albany. Pair of 7th-year head coaches, Colleen Mullen, Lisa Kresge. No strangers, what each brings to the table. Great Danes now, more than 2.5 minutes since their last point. Kayla Cooper will try to change that. Tomasetti right before the buzzer. Cooper on the offensive glass and a fresh 20. Winner is able to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament tonight. And Cooper fouled Olsen, tried to cut off progress. And Anna Olsen picks up the personal. Asia Ellison, Roy Philpott. And Vermont, the largest lead in this championship for either side. After the timeout, Tomasetti. That shot clock has lived under 5 seconds, it feels like, this entire quarter. 2 to shoot. And again, the defense, Anna Olsen finding a way. And that was another thing Coach Kresge talked about with us earlier this week. Anna Olsen in this game, in their win against Albany, took so much pride in defending Kayla Cooper and pride in her defense overall for the future med student. That has been on display, even if the points have not been so far.
And that's how you lead your team. And that's why this team is #1 in conference in their scoring defense, because they take their pride there first. Let the offense come as it goes.
Like Asia Ellison back at Maryland. Cooper. And a blocking foul called. And I believe they were able to get Anna Olsen with that block.
Have another look at it there. Yeah, she was sideways.
It's her second.
Not squared or moving her in position, so that's a good call there.
And that is her third. So Olsen with 3, that becomes a story. And Cooper at the free throw line. In and out. 82% free throw shooter. And the first miss at the line for Albany. Well, it's hard to imagine. These two teams played 2 years ago in the championship in Burlington. It was 38-36. That was the final score. A much more offensive game in a good way.
In a great way. I mean, the pace, the shots, the percentages. I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders on both ends of the floor.
The drive, the dish, the extra pass. Olsen off the mark from the elbow, and the rebound. A good box out by Casey Donovan.
I'll tell you what, they've got to get the ball to Cooper, and Cooper has got to attack Olsen. You talked about the fouls there. She has 3.
And if you're Cooper, don't you go right at Anna Olsen? The 3, no. The box out for Olsen. Fundamentally sound basketball. Grab that rebound against Cooper. So Olsen with 7 points, 4 rebounds. Prieta against Donovan. Patient finish off the glass.
I mean, that's all day. She's got a bunch of inches over Donovan, and that has worked this entire game. Her length and her ability to finish around the basket. Got to get it. Yep, get it right there. She's got to attack Olsen.
39-32. That lead expands to 7. Cooper back to work on Olsen. Phillips, no. Gilwey. Olsen. Prieta with the roll. Well, the bigs and the passing lanes, they've been there today and they've been on point.
Oh yeah, they've been working that high-low so well. They just complement each other so well in the post. And that's why Vermont right now is outscoring Albany in the paint.
Shot clock at 3. Phillips. Boy, the lid remains firmly on this end of the court for Albany. And the Cats are going to get it back. Vermont on a 13-4 run in our third quarter. And the defense has put the clamps down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the length that they come with, the way that the two posts are holding it down in the paint. You got to also credit the guard play. The guard play has been outstanding defensively, making it difficult to get looks inside.
Great Danes have not lost in this arena this year. Shot clock is off. Hansen's got to go. 3 seconds remaining. Kiera Hansen, step back 3. That would have been enormous. Asia Ellison, Roy Philpott. Fun start here at Broadview. And 10 minutes away from crowning a champion.
And Vermont indeed could be that champion if they keep going to what they have been doing, and that has been getting it in the paint. 30-16 with paint points.
Cats have it to start the fourth. Hansen, no. And Prieta was fouled on the tumble. That'll go on Delaney Hill. That's her second.
I mean, Prieta just continues to impress me with just how she's all over the place, diving on the floor. Refs calling it tight, but you got to credit the hustle of Prieta. And it has been all game.
She has been relentless. Olsen's been a bigger factor on defense. Gilwee, mid-range is there in the paint. And Vermont now on a 10-0 run.
This is a different lineup with Olsen out of the game, a smaller lineup. So the offense for Vermont is going to be more spread, but still opportunity to get into the paint.
And you can feel the pressure mounting on the home squad. Albany, Kayla Cooper has to find a way, and she does to open the fourth. Now Colleen Mullen looks away for a moment. This crowd on its feet. Kayla Cooper operating in that high rent district.
And that's exactly what she's going to have to continue to do. When your back's against the wall, you got to rely on your best player, your veteran. That is Kayla Cooper. And this is a position that they've been in. They're no stranger to this. They had to make a comeback in their last game, but they did it defensively and then capitalized with their offense. So it's going to be important for them to get that done.
A three-point play for Cooper. She's now in double figures with 12. And the lead down to 8. It's the first Albany field goal since the 6:28 mark of the third quarter. Prieta saves it. 8 to shoot. And a blocking foul baseline. Phillips picks up the infraction. So the third foul on Phillips. And Herter's going to check in for Lily Phillips. Those 3 fouls. Well, Lily talked this week about survive and advance. That's what it's all about. She's started every game this year. Final campaign at Albany. Popular mantra in March, survive and advance. And right now it's UVM that has found a way to do that thus far. A lot of time left. Gilwee! So smooth from downtown.
Not a stranger to scoring. She went off in that semifinal matchup and is coming out to play. I love seeing all the different players putting it in the rim.
Gilwee with 8. Cooper, another bucket on the other end. Full court pressure shown by Albany. Abby Ray checks in for the first time in this second half and applying pressure on Gilway. And you can feel that pressure mounting. The #1 seed. Prieta fouled by Cooper on the shove to the side.
This is what makes Vermont so special, to complement their defense offensively when they have a balanced attack. Different players scoring, getting the ball inside and out. And that's what they've been able to do. When Olsen was out of the game, now they're capitalizing from beyond the arc.
Foul was called on Ray. That's her first. And Cooper has become more aggressive and productive here in these last 3 possessions. The player of the year in the America East. Gilway. Phillips back on the floor, grabs the rebound. Phillips, a bounce pass to Cooper, traveled. Well, in Asia, there likely was a foul coming and probably free throws if that play continued instead of costly turnover.
A costly turnover, and I think on that look it might have been forced in. Tomasetti was wide open because her defender went down and helped. You saw 3 people in there, so that was the look that they needed to get.
9-point lead, 13 turnovers for Albany in this championship. Hansen, and it was blocked. Herder with the defense. Phillips, big time bucket. 46-40. And Broadview erupts.
This is where Albany gets dangerous, when they lock down on defense and capitalize on the offensive end.
And a foul called inside. There's a grab around the waist from Abby Ray.
I mean, we've got the top defensive teams in the country. That's what they do. Herder with a great block. And then on the other end, Phillips just spot ready on the corner to knock it down. That's what Albany's going to have to continue to do. Chip at it defensively, capitalize on offense.
Lily Phillips said this week, it could be over in a flash. We know that. She's the top 3-point shooter for the Great Danes. She showed it there. Olsen, a circus shot nearly fell, and 2 free throws coming. 3rd foul on Kayla Cooper. I'm not sure how she got that shot away cleanly. It almost went.
You said it was a circus shot indeed, and she was under the basket. There were no hands there from that angle. It looked like maybe she got her with her lower body. And I only know that because that was a classic call that I got. The worst.
Speaking from experience.
You think you're straight up, but then they tell you get them with the lower body.
That can be frustrating. One more free throw for Anna Olsen. And the lead back to 7. Well, you wonder if Colleen Mullen can dial up any more 3-point opportunities for Lily Phillips. Great Danes going to need it down the stretch. Tomasetti finds a way. Cats get it back. They are in the bonus the rest of this game. We're punching a ticket to the NCAA tournament tonight. Will it be Vermont or Albany? 2 rivals in the America East. Vito and air ball, and she knew it as soon as the ball left her hands. 1 to shoot. Great Danes. Apologize for talking over you there. I couldn't hear. It got that loud. We've had some loud moments to start this fourth quarter.
That's what I love for women's basketball, the crowd, the fans showing up. It's a different day in this game.
It really is. The ratings prove that. The attendance, viewership on television, the NCAA tournament. Tomasetti cut off. In and out. Fighting for the loose ball. And a jump ball will keep it on this end. How about the hustle for the double nickel? Jessica Tomasetti, number 55.
Yeah, Jessica Tomasetti, she's playing like she's ready to win this. She has that will and that fight. Off her shot, follows it, gets on the ground, dives for it, and gives her team a chance, another chance at a play.
Hansen just dunked backwards. Try to make that play as difficult as possible. Now, Tomasetti, transfer from Mount St. Mary's, second-team All-MAC, that particular conference, and now second-team All-America East this year. And a foul on Donovan. Casey Donovan to the line. Two-possession game, and a lot of time left. Well, don't forget, the America East men's playoffs continue tomorrow. The championship game, 3-seed Maine, 1-seed Bryant. 11 a.m. bright and early. Brunch and basketball for Asia Ellison tomorrow.
Brunch and basketball.
In Asia, you can feel momentum shifting. Maybe for the first time this half, back to the home team.
Back to the home team. It's the home cooking. They protect their turf. They're used to winning here. They're not going to let up.
Great Danes want to stop UVM back to work. Prieta, 5 to shoot. Prieta drops it in off the glass.
It's just all day. That's a really tough matchup, and that's why Vermont is so good. They have so many threats that you can't go, you can't double, you can't help, because you can't leave your man, because your man can score too. But they've just been looking to that every time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Nicola Prieta averaging just under 9 points on the road, and just a small part of a very festive crowd here in the state capital of New York. Herter, the step back. Okay, some unexpected offense coming off the bench. Number 23's got the shot down.
But that's what Albany needs, the depth in scoring production, the balance. We've seen a lot of that from Vermont.
Erickson outside to Hansen, and the response. Ice in the veins. Kiera Hansen, the lead back to 7. Now it's Tomasetti, forces one up. Rebound by Prieta. Well, that felt like a big exchange between both sides.
Absolutely. I mean, you talk about Vermont, that's been the biggest difference in offense. Their balanced attack, they're literally dominating in the paint, but then we saw in the last possession, they're scoring from outside as well.
Anna Olson, first team All-America East, and she shows you why. Fundamentally sound. Asia Ellison, Roy Philpott. Right under the rim, and a timeout called by Colleen Mullen, the head coach. America East Coach of the Year for Albany, and she's sensing exactly what we are.
Everything just going Vermont's way right now. Being able to score inside and out. Ice in your veins, clutch from the outside. Albany is going to have to find an answer.
Lead is 9 for UVM. Asia Ellison, Roy Philpott here at Broadview. What do the Great Danes need to do? Obviously, they've got to score, but what do you want to see here?
There's still plenty of time, but this is exactly all I want to see. This player right here work out, and they can work off of her too. Teammates got to move around. They've got to help her produce. You see the defense sucking in, so you got to move around and get a good shot. Tomasetti's been great.
Cooper has 14 points. The turnover there. Here's Anna Olson. Picked up by Donovan. Skip pass. He'll swing it around. Hansen, an air ball. Cooper, big moment here. Kayla Cooper connects. Well, turnover on the previous possession, a chance for three the hard way the very next time down the court.
I mean, it's Kayla Cooper every single time because you get different options when the ball is in her hands. With the defense crashing in on her, you can have this option. The rip and attack, strong, foul, get to the free throw line. Or in the case that they don't foul and she kicks it out, she gets it to her open teammates. But at the end of the day, they have to continue to play through her.
Kayla Cooper, graduate student, Frederick, Maryland. Started every game, two-time All-America East performer. The player of the year here in 2025. Off the miss, a scrum, and the arrow gives it to UVM. Cats will get it back, leading by 7. And now it feels like, Asia, time becomes a bigger factor with only 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
Absolutely, Albany. They're going to want to try to slow that clock down.
When the pace has come to a screeching halt, this fourth quarter. We played 2 quarters of basketball in about 45 minutes if you're just tuning in. Thought we were going to have to turn this into a talk show in the final 20 minutes of this hour. Doesn't appear that that will be the case. Asia Ellison taking your phone calls in the upcoming NCAA tournament. And a timeout called by Elisa Kresge. Some 70 feet. Great Danes need some stops and some buckets. UVM in the bonus and a foul on the push. And Delaney Hill didn't like the call. That's her third. 2 free throws awarded to.
Have another look here at the foul. I think she got tripped up over her leg. Yeah, when you stick that leg out, it's going to be a call every single time. That's a great job attacking the hip as well.
5 points, 3 infractions for Delaney Hill, the only freshman that's starting 5 for head coach Colleen Mullen. And Sarah Erickson, 81% free throw shooter. How about the Vermont Catamounts? On the verge, giving UAlbany its only home loss of the season when the stakes could not be any higher. Tomasetti, 7 rebounds in this game, a chance for 3 here. UVM has led in this one since there was 9:11 to go in the third quarter. One more look at Jessica Tomasetti.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when it's not Cooper, it's got to be Tomasetti. She plays with so much momentum. She's got that killer instinct. Coach said that she plays with that mindset to win, and she will turn it up. She dials up that sense of urgency, and that's what Albany needs.
Yeah, Colleen Mullen went to a smaller lineup this year to enhance the offense, and it's worked. But there is a lot of work to do in this 2-possession game, and it's getting late. Tomasetti a part of that smaller starting 5. Very effective. Here's Hansen. Big possession. And Hill with the foul. And that's going to put Gilwey at the line. Not a great free throw shooter. But with the shot clock winding down, you wonder about the decision to foul.
And coach is giving her an earful for that. And I mean, that just comes, again, we talked about her being a freshman, just continuing to learn and grow in her decision making. But as you said, shot clock's winding down. You don't need the foul.
And Gilwey has been on a massive heater going back to the semifinal win against Bryant. Season high 16, and she has backed that up in a very big way. Double figures already. Now with 12. Eight-point game. Tomasetti. She's been electric. That continues. And can the Cats get a stop, or rather can the Great Danes get a stop against the Cats here? And another foul, and Colleen Mullen she can't believe it. She ran down to the other end of the floor. That's not what she wanted.
Coach is furious there with the foul call.
Erickson missed the free throw. Two of three at the line tonight, now 3 of 4. Every point critical. Tomasetti again. Phillips off the hezzy. Tomasetti. Cooper corrals a rebound. Cooper again. And bumped by Hansen. Both teams in the bonus. 2 free throws for Kayla Cooper. 1:12 remaining.
This is how you play. You put everything out there when you know what's on the line. Cooper, 2 rebounds in a row. She flies around, creating second chance opportunities.
2 of 5 at the line tonight. But Kayla Cooper, 16 points, 8 boards, 3 dimes. Another miss. She paces Albany in all 3 categories. Back-to-back misfires. Hansen across midcourt, but not in time. 10-second violation gives it back to Albany. Well, that's a big sequence.
It's a big sequence, but they're going to have to get an even bigger sequence here offensively, capitalize off of that opportunity because time is winding down. You got to maximize every single possession that you get.
And Asia, they ran a play for Phillips at the top of the key for 3 moments ago. Just missed it. See what Colleen Mullen dials up here. It'll be Tomasetti. Fade away. No. UVM hauls in the board. Here's Hansen. Ahead to Prieta. The layup is good.
Chip on their shoulder. Vermont, they want it, and you can tell.
Under 40 seconds to go. Great Dane's got to go here quickly. Phillips. And a timeout called from the Albany bench. Boy, precious seconds ticking away. More than 12 awarded to.
Have another look here at the foul. I think she got tripped up over her leg. Yeah, when you stick that leg out, it's going to be a call every single time. That's a great job attacking the hip as well.
5 points, 3 infractions for Delaney Hill, the only freshman that's starting 5 for head coach Colleen Mullen. And Sarah Erickson, 81% free throw shooter. How about the Vermont Catamounts? On the verge, giving Albany its only home loss of the season when the stakes could not be any higher. Tomasetti. 7 rebounds in this game, a chance for 3 here. UVM has led in this one since there was 9:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. One more look at Jessica Tomasetti.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when it's not Cooper, it's got to be Tomasetti. She plays with so much momentum. She's got that killer instinct. Coach said that she plays with that mindset to win, and she will turn it up. She dials up that sense of urgency, and that's what Albany needs.
Yeah, Colleen Mullen went to a smaller lineup this year to enhance the offense, and it's worked. But there is a lot of work to do in this 2-possession game, and it's getting late. Tomasetti, a part of that smaller starting 5. Very effective. Here's Hansen. Big possession. And Hill with the foul. And that's going to put Gilwey at the line. Not a great free throw shooter. But with the shot clock winding down, you wonder about the decision to foul.
And coach is giving her an earful for that. And I mean, that just comes, again, we talked about her being a freshman, just continuing to learn and grow in her decision making. But as you said, shot clock's winding down. You don't need the foul though.
And Gilwey has been on a massive heater going back to the semifinal win against Bryant. Season high 16, and she has backed that up in a very big way. Double figures already. Now with 12. Eight-point game. Tomasetti. She's been electric. That continues. And can the Cats get a stop, or rather can the Great Danes get a stop against the Cats here? And another foul, and Colleen Mullen she can't believe it. She ran down to the other end of the floor. That's not what she wanted.
The coach is furious there with the foul call.
Erickson missed the free throw. Two of three at the line tonight, now 3 of 4. Every point critical. Tomasetti again. Phillips off the hezzy. Tomasetti. Cooper corrals a rebound. Cooper again. And bumped by Hansen. Both teams in the bonus. 2 free throws for Kayla Cooper. 1:12 remaining.
This is how you play. You put everything out there when you know what's on the line. Cooper, 2 rebounds in a row. She flies around, creating second chance opportunities.
2 of 5 at the line tonight. But Kayla Cooper, 16 points, 8 boards, 3 dimes. Another miss. She paces UAlbany in all 3 categories. Back-to-back misfires. Hansen across midcourt, but not in time. 10-second violation gives it back to UAlbany. Well, that's a big sequence.
It's a big sequence, but they're going to have to get an even bigger sequence here offensively, capitalize off of that opportunity because time is winding down. You got to maximize every single possession that you get.
And Asia, they ran a play for Phillips at the top of the key for 3 moments ago. Just missed it. Let's see what Colleen Mullen dials up here. It'll be Tomasetti. Fade away. No. UVM hauls in the board. Here's Hansen. Ahead to Prieta. The layup is good.
Tip on their shoulder. Vermont, they want it, and you can tell.
Under 40 seconds to go. Great Danes got to go here quickly. Phillips. And a timeout called from the UAlbany bench. Boy, precious seconds ticking away. More than 12. And she has been on the floor the entire game. One more for Hansen. And Prieta with a brief breather. Her first of this contest.
Albany right now has got Cooper in a lineup full of shooters.
Tomasetti baseline. Bottled up. Off the side of the backboard. And the Vermont Catamounts, UVM, headed back to the big dance out of the America East.